Oh, wait, dude. What the fuck is that? Is that an earthquake? What was it? The van was just swaying side to side, dude. Go out there and fucking look.
That from the light here. Did you see it? That's where it's coming from. Shadows on.
Come on, faster.
Wait, who's that?
Hey!
Late at night, a man found himself walking through a deserted area, the kind of place where darkness presses down, and every little sound seems louder than it should be. The silence was thick, broken only by the faint rustle of leaves and the distant hum of the night. Then, suddenly, he heard something that made him stop in his tracks, the unmistakable sound of someone crying. The sobs were soft, but carried clearly through the empty space, echoing eerily against the shadows. Curious and uneasy, he moved closer, following the sound. That's when he saw it. A child standing alone on a raised platform, almost like a stage, crying quietly but intensely. The child was almost naked, trembling under the dim light, and staring straight at him with wide, sorrowful eyes. The sight sent a chill down his spine. There was something unnatural about the way the child stood there, so exposed and so still, yet so alive. Frozen, he didn't know whether to approach or retreat. The lonely cries continued, haunting and surreal, filling the night with a tension that felt almost tangible. Every instinct screamed that this was no ordinary scene. So if this child was truly alone, exposed and abandoned in the middle of the night, what or who could have left them there, crying in such a desolate place? Two friends were spending the night in a van parked near the edge of the forest. It was late, the world quiet except for the sounds of nature, and they were drifting in and out of sleep. Suddenly, without warning, the van shook violently, as if something had tipped it or lifted it. Both of them woke up instantly, hearts racing, gripped by a sudden wave of fear.
Oh, wait, dude. What the fuck is that? Was that an earthquake? What was that? The van was just swaying side to side, dude. We should go out there and fucking look for it. Fuck that, dude. I'm not going out there. Fuck that.
No, come on, seriously.
No, I'm not going out there, dude.
Is the van still rocking?
Feel it.
One of them, braver than the other, finally mustered the courage to step outside and carefully look around. They scanned the area around the van, the dark forest, the shadowy edges of the clearing, but there was nothing. No signs of what could have caused the van to move. The silence pressed down on them even heavier than before.
Come on. You're not going down. Fuck no. Dude, you should not be going out there. Why you called Jordan? I ain't forcing them to do anything you don't want to do.
The night stretched on with tension thick in the air, and the feeling that something unseen was watching refused to leave. No logical explanation, no nearby animals, no other humans. It was just them, the van, and the forest. So if nothing was out there, what could have made their van suddenly shake in the middle of the night, near that haunted spot? One evening, a man went out for a walk as daylight slowly began to fade. Along the way, he came across a railway line, one locals often refer to as the ghost line. It's a track surrounded by rumors and said to be unused for years. As he stood near it, he suddenly heard the sound of a train approaching, echoing through the quiet air. Moments later, a train appeared on the tracks, but it wasn't like any normal train.
And here's the mystery ghost track again. Oh, Here it is. I think I hear it coming. Oh boy. Yep. Here it is. That ain't good. Whoa. Yikes. Definitely don't know what's going on there. It looks like that guy's been on there for a while. All I know is that can't be good.
There were no passenger cars at all, only the engine and its bogie moving forward on their own. The sight alone felt unsettling, but what he noticed next was even worse. On the driver's side, where someone should have been seated, there was a skeleton, sitting motionless, facing straight ahead. The engine rolled past and disappeared down the line, and leaving nothing behind but silence. No official records mention a train operating there, and the line is still believed to be abandoned. So if there were no scheduled trains and no living driver, what exactly did he see moving down that ghost line? 2 women were recording the sky when they noticed something strange forming behind the clouds.
That's not. Oh, it's moving. It's moving.
Dipped under the clouds there. Did you see it?
Aye, and another one just.
Can't tell where it's coming from.
It's too low. That shadow's
Shadows
all
on.
wrong.
At first, it looked like a green, lightning-like glow, moving unnaturally across the sky, partially hidden by the clouds. It wasn't a quick flash. The light seemed to move and pulse, almost as if it were searching for something. Within seconds, the color changed from green to orange, and then it began to rotate inside the clouds. What made the moment even more unsettling was the silence around it. There were no weather alerts, no reports of aircraft in the area, and no sign of a normal electrical storm that could explain the movement or the color shift. The behavior didn't match anything commonly seen with lightning or known electrical activity. Some viewers later suggested it could be an extreme atmospheric phenomenon, while others pointed out that it doesn't fit any explanation currently accepted. There has been no official confirmation, and no clear source has been identified. The clip continues to circulate exactly as it was found, unaltered, unedited, with no added effects. So if this wasn't a plane, and it didn't behave like normal lightning, what exactly did those 2 women capture moving inside the clouds? Now, drop a comment with the scariest thing that's ever happened to you outdoors. And if these clips genuinely creeped you out, hit like. Subscribe too, because your story might end up in the next compilation. During the day, a mother was recording her 2 children playing nearby, and enjoying a quiet afternoon. Suddenly, she noticed someone following her kids from a distance. At first, she thought it might just be another parent or passerby, but something about the figure felt off. When she called out to her children, the figure froze in place, staring directly at them. As the mother got a closer look, she saw the person's face, twisted, desperate, and horrifying.
Come on, faster.
Wait, who's that?
Hey! What the? Hey! Oh, run! Go! Back up!
The sight made her heart race, and the air around them seemed to thicken with fear. Before she could react, the stranger lunged toward her, a terrifying presence closing in. The footage captures only the chaos of the moment. There's no confirmation of what happened next, leaving the fate of the mother and her children unknown. So if someone appeared so suddenly and acted with such menace, what exactly was stalking them that day? As the camera slowly pans upward, one man notices something that immediately feels off. The sky doesn't look the way it normally should. On one side of the horizon, the sun is beginning to rise, casting the familiar warm glow of early morning. But beside it, the sky shifts into an unusual shade of purple, a color that feels out of place.
Okay, it's really dark right now, but you see that light over there? That's where the sun is rising. It's cloudy, so you can't really see, but you see that is lighter than like that, because the sun's rising. What the hell is that?
The contrast is striking. almost unsettling, as if two different skies are appearing at the same time. What makes the moment even stranger is how clearly divided the colors seem. One side looks like a normal sunrise, calm and expected. The other feels different, almost unnatural, as though something unseen is influencing the sky itself. The man keeps recording, unsure whether he's witnessing a rare atmospheric phenomenon or something far more unusual happening silently overhead. So what was really going on in that sky at that exact moment? Was it just an illusion of light? Or did the camera capture something we're not meant to understand? A couple was walking down a quiet, deserted road late at night. The world around them was silent, the kind of silence that makes every shadow feel alive. As they moved forward, they noticed a large, abandoned-looking house by the roadside. It was dark and empty, except for one strange detail. Through a window, they saw a torchlight moving inside, cutting across the room as if someone, or something, was pacing back and forth. As their car approached the house, the movement became even stranger. The torchlight shifted and seemed to follow the car, moving toward the window nearest to them, as if it was aware of their presence.
Babe!
Oh!
What the fuck? What the fuck? What the fuck?
What the fuck is
Babe!
Frozen with fear, they couldn't explain what they were seeing. The house looked abandoned, yet the light acted with intent, reacting to their car as if it were alive. No sound, no people, just the eerie glow dancing in the window. So if no one lived there and the house was empty, who or what was controlling that light? Don't care, I was flipping out, dudes. This was a UFO. That's how the person recording describes the moment.
Are you recording this? Are you getting this? What is that? Oh my gosh. Yell for Mike! Michael! Holy shit. Holy shit! Michael! Come here!
At first, the object in the sky looked like the moon, roughly the same size, glowing steadily and hanging in place. Nothing about it seemed fast or aggressive. It just sat there, bright and silent. Then, without warning, it changed. The light appeared to burst outward, transforming into the strange shape now seen on camera. The shift was sudden enough to shock everyone watching. They continued to follow it for a long time, keeping the camera trained on the object as it moved across the sky in a way that didn't resemble any aircraft they'd ever seen. Eventually, the object faded and disappeared, leaving no trail, no sound, and no explanation. There were no official reports, no confirmations, just the raw footage and the reaction of someone clearly shaken by what they witnessed. So if it wasn't the moon, and it didn't behave like anything familiar, what exactly exploded in the sky and vanished right in front of them? Recorded in California, this moment was captured by someone sitting inside a parked car when they happened to look up at the sky. Among the clouds above, they noticed something moving inside the clouds themselves. It wasn't the entire cloud mass shifting. A specific object or form within the clouds appeared to be rotating in the same spot. What made it unsettling was how calm everything else seemed. The surrounding clouds drifted normally, and there were no signs of strong wind or an approaching storm. Yet whatever was inside that section of cloud kept slowly spinning, staying fixed in one area without spreading or fading. The person continued recording, trying to understand what they were seeing. The movement didn't change direction or speed. It simply kept turning, quietly hidden within the clouds. So if the sky over California was otherwise calm, well, what exactly was moving inside that cloud, and why did it stay confined to a single spot? One evening, as the sun was dipping below the horizon, a group of friends ventured into the forest, wandering along the quiet paths between the trees. The air was still, carrying only the distant sounds of birds settling in for the night. As they explored, something unusual caught their attention. A large rock resting among the underbrush, seemingly ordinary at first glance, yet somehow different from the other stones around it. Out of curiosity, one of the friends picked up a smaller stone and struck the larger rock. Instead of the dull, familiar thud of stone on stone, the impact produced a sharp, metallic sound that echoed eerily through the forest. The group exchanged nervous glances, the sound hanging in the air, heavy and unnatural. It was the kind of noise that made your stomach tighten, as if the forest itself had paused to listen. They tried striking it again. The sound was the same, metallic, ringing, impossible. The rock didn't crack, shift, or respond in any way, yet it didn't sound like anything natural. The friends stepped back, each questioning what they had just heard. The forest around them seemed alive with the mystery of that sound, and the normalcy of the stone was suddenly gone. So if it looked like a normal rock, what could make it sound like metal that evening, deep in the forest? The recorder's car was moving along a forest road, following a large vehicle ahead. The road was completely empty, with trees on both sides and no other traffic in sight. Everything felt normal, until it wasn't. Without any warning, the large vehicle lost control, flipped over, and fell off the road. The crash was real. The overturned vehicle was there, clearly visible, lying off the roadside. The recorder slowed down in shock, trying to understand how something like that could happen on such a clear, empty stretch. The scene was chaotic and frightening, yet strangely silent, with no immediate explanation for why the vehicle suddenly overturned. So, on a road with no traffic and no obstacles, what caused that vehicle to flip so violently in the middle of the forest? At a quiet road crossing, a woman noticed something strange moving slowly across her path. At first glance, it didn't make sense. The object was thin and reflective, almost like foil paper, catching light with every small movement.
So one of your daughters last night, or 2 nights a little bit ago. Oh my gosh, that is crazy.
It stayed close to the ground, not floating, not dragged, just gliding forward at an unnaturally steady pace. As it crossed the road, parts of it seemed to rotate on both sides, turning in a smooth, wheel-like motion. There was no sound, no visible force pushing it, and nothing around that could explain how it was moving. The motion felt controlled, but not in any way she could recognize. She watched as it slowly crossed the road and slipped out of sight, leaving the crossing exactly as it was before, quiet and empty. So if it wasn't in the air, and it wasn't being moved by anything visible, what did she just see pass right in front of her? Late at night, an adventurer ventured into a dense forest, camera in hand, hoping to capture the thrill of the wilderness. The night was quiet, the kind of darkness that makes every rustle of leaves or snap of a branch feel amplified. As he carefully moved through the trees, something caught his eye. A figure sitting among the branches of a tree, strangely still. At first, he thought it might be another person resting, or perhaps a deer in the shadows. But as he focused his camera, he realized the figure looked like a human, perched unnaturally on the branch. What made it even more unsettling was that it seemed to be covered entirely in white fur or feathers, glowing slightly under the moonlight, almost like a ghostly silhouette against the dark forest. He froze, unsure whether to approach or retreat. The figure didn't move, and just sat there silently, observing him in return. The forest around him felt impossibly still, as if holding its breath along with him. So if it looked like a human, but wasn't quite human, what exactly was sitting silently in that tree that night?
This creepy encounter was shared by Midwest Ghost Hunter on YouTube. Imagine spending a night alone in Wisconsin's most haunted cemetery, Dartford. Locals whisper of Civil War soldiers marching through the graves, tombstones that glow and shift in the dark. He was calling out for signs when suddenly a rattling gate, no wind, no reason, just a violent metallic shake in the dead silence.
Old water pump here. That's pretty cool. See if anyone's over here. Whoa, what was that? It was like a rattling sound. That sounded like the gate. Oh. And there's no wind out here.
And then, a whisper, faint, unearthly. He felt eyes all around me, and that was only the beginning.
Could you come and talk to me? Oh my God. That just sounded like a whisper. A whisper in there. Holy shit, I haven't even gotten in there yet. And already stuff's popping off.
As he finally wanted to enter the graveyard, he swore he saw something standing behind the tree.
He's really on there. All right, I undid the gate. Now what? Oh God. Whoa. Dude, I swear to God, I just seen something standing right there. It looked like a figure standing right by the tree. It was a tall white figure watching me. It was like a person. Oh God. Holy shit. Oh my God, this place is unreal. All right. I'm gonna open the gate.
He pushed the cemetery gate open, and it slammed shut behind him with force.
Terry. Do you dare me to go in? If you want me to go in, just let me know. Whoa! Dude! No way! Oh, shit! Oh! Dude, that thing just freaking shut! It just shut! Dude, that thing just shut! It shut by itself. Look at that, it's like completely shut now. I had that thing wide open.
The cemetery gate suddenly shuts on its own. Could this be one of the Dartford spirits taunting me to leave?
His heart sank. Was it a warning? A dare? The spirits were making their presence known, and they didn't want him inside. This video was uploaded by Jose Flores Terror, a YouTube channel that posts creepy encounters and paranormal activities. This guy went camping alone in a cabin said to be haunted, deep in the forest, with nowhere to run.
Welcome to a new paranormal investigation. Right now I am practically in the middle of the mountain. I am completely alone, and behind me, as you can see, is this small cabin.
As midnight crept in, the silence was shattered first. The window creaked open on its own. Then came the whispers, faint and chilling.
Capture something tonight, I think it's quite important to do it. If there is any entity in this cabin that wants to manifest itself tonight, they can do so. I'm going to be here all night. You can introduce yourself in any way. I just heard a knock upstairs. I don't know if you heard it. And the energy meter is going completely crazy because it goes up and down all the time.
Moments later, footsteps, slow, heavy, and getting closer.
Oh, I don't know if this was there just now, but it just gave me goosebumps. I'm shaking right now, but I don't know if just now that they knocked on the window, you could hear them knocking on the window, you can hear it there. I don't know if you can see in this part here, some hands marked on the outside of the window and they're very large hands. Hello? The window just opened. The window just opened. Is anyone there? Footsteps are being heard up there.
Imagine being trapped there, in the dark, with nothing but thin walls separating you from whatever was outside. Was it the ghost that haunted this cabin? Or something else lurking in the woods? If it were you, would you stay to find out, or run into the darkness? And most importantly, what do you think was making those sounds? Paranormal Discovery shares his encounter while camping. He drove down a lonely dirt path to haunted forest, completely alone with only his dog. From the moment he stepped out, the air felt wrong. No birds, no insects, just silence. Every shadow seemed alive.
Alright, I feel like this is from when Angela and I came, so that's cool. Don't have to set up a rock formation. Looks like everything is fairly damp. I mean, some of this birch here will still be able to light.
After settling down late in the night, suddenly, from the thick bushes, a loud, unearthly voice echoed through the silence.
The grounds here? Are you indigenous? Definitely indigenous. Alright, what's your message there, Ann?
Help speak.
Help speak?
Pitiful.
Help speak, pitiful. Like, legitimately, it may actually be dangerous. Like, really dangerous. I'm so incredibly sorry.
Okay, come on. Holy shit. Okay, what the fuck?
Emergency. Alright, this might be an emergency. I got Kia in the freaking Subaru right now. I don't want her coming out.
Okay.
It wasn't human. It wasn't an animal. Fear gripped him instantly. Every instinct screamed, "Leave now," but it is late in the middle night, nowhere to go. He just has to stay there till daybreak. But here's the question, what do you think that was? A wild creature? A paranormal entity? And if it were you, would curiosity keep you there, or would fear make you run? Exploring with Angola shared this video on this YouTube page. He went camping in the haunted forest in remote Canada. At first, everything seemed fine as he set up his tent and settled in. Most creepy things happen in the night. But as night fell, the forest grew unnervingly silent until he said he heard a voice whisper his name. Heart pounding, he froze. Nothing in sight. He flashed his touch in that direction, but he found nothing.
It's getting a little bit cool now, but it's helping with the mosquito situation, so that's not so bad. They were bad earlier, but now it seems... I could have sworn I just heard somebody call my name.
Silence returned, so he decided to go and check. Maybe they could find what was making those sounds. He then heard another voice. This is really strange. Another hello echoed from dead ahead.
Hello. Okay. I just heard hello back. And it was dead ahead of me. What the fuck is going on right now?
His pulse raced. Who or what was calling out? Was it a lost traveler, a spirit lingering in the forest, or something far darker that wanted him to follow? This YouTuber, Camping with Josh, shared his experience of his solo wild camp. He set out for a solo camping trip deep in the foggy forest. At first, everything seemed normal. He pitched his tent, gathered his things, and prepared for a quiet night. But the deeper the silence grew, the heavier it felt. While exploring, he noticed something eerie, a strange white figure draped over what looked like a tree stump. It felt out of place, almost like a warning.
You guys gonna think I planned this? I didn't. I think Halloween's coming up, isn't it? Okay. This is a bit weird.
As night fell, he heard some unsettling noises coming from the bushes, too heavy, too deliberate to be just animals.
When the camera was off, I heard some really heavy movements in the bushes, and I'm pretty sure I saw something in the bushes as well. As I was standing still, there was this movement there. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm probably going to leave my tarp here in the woods. My bag is already packed.
The forest grew unnaturally quiet, as though something unseen was watching him. Fear gripped him, and he decided to abandon his camp, convinced he was not truly alone out there. This Reddit user decided to go hiking in the mountains. But look at the weather. The path is buried in snow, the air is thick with fog, and visibility is almost zero. Every step feels uncertain, as if something could be lurking just beyond the mist. Imagine standing here, surrounded by silence except for the crunch of snow beneath your boots and the wind howling through the rocks. Would you keep walking forward, not knowing what lies ahead, or would you turn back to safety? What do you think is hidden in this fog? Just more snow and stone, or something else entirely? This was posted by the English Woodsman on his YouTube channel. This camper set out to test his long-awaited dream tent. After years of wanting it, he finally got his hands on one through a bundle deal. Excited, he pitched the tent deep in the forest and even tried out a brand new twig stove. But as night fell, the excitement quickly faded. The tent had rips, broken zippers, and even small holes in the roof. He patched them up as best as he could, hoping it would hold through the night.
A bit of candle wax, that'll work. Inside the tent, and there's something that I've realised what I didn't when I first set the tent up. There's some holes. I've got 1, 2, 3 holes here in the top of the tent, and if it does rain, well, that's the point where it's going to come down.
Then, just past midnight, things took a chilling turn. He heard it, something brushing against the tent walls. Footsteps circled outside.
Right, I'm going to get myself sorted out. I'll bring you back in a bit. Just been walking by something that seemed to be walking around my tent a bit. And it's walked Dan up as well, because Dan's just messaged me. You know, the guy lines that you pull out, something I felt, no, not that, I don't know, it's just, no, I don't know. See, there it is again.
Was it wildlife? Or something much darker lurking in the woods? Would you have stayed inside or dared to step out and face the unknown? BS Action Channel posted this video on YouTube. A seasoned hunter set out into the dense forest with his loyal dog, tracking a wounded boar. But what they stumbled into was far more terrifying than they ever imagined. Suddenly, the boar charged, narrowly missing them with its deadly tusks. Chaos erupted, but the hunter wasn't alone. His brave dog leapt into action, helping him regain control of the situation. Without the dog's courage and quick thinking, the encounter could have ended in disaster. This dramatic moment showcased an unbreakable bond of trust, teamwork, and loyalty in the face of danger. It's an unforgettable ordeal, a reminder of how far trust between a human and their dog can go. This picture was taken by a Reddit user. Have you ever seen anything like this in the sky before? No filters, no edits, this is exactly how it looked. A massive glowing ring is surrounding the sun, almost like a portal opening above us. This rare phenomenon is known as a sun halo. It happens when sunlight passes through ice crystals high in the atmosphere, bending the light into this perfect circle. But here's where it gets even more interesting. Throughout history, halos like this have been seen as powerful omens. Some cultures believed it was a warning of storms to come. Others thought it was a spiritual sign from above. So what do you think? Is this just science at work? Or could the sky be trying to tell us something? This was shared by a YouTuber, Ramble On. A father set out on a wild overnight camp with one goal, to keep a promise to his daughter. She asked him to capture the sunset. The ground was rough, the tent uneven, and the wind relentless, but he pushed on. Dinner was a simple dehydrated meal with noodles, chicken, and chili sauce, yet small mishaps made the night harder. His cup landed in sheep poo, his biscuits blew away, and the cold cut deep. As darkness fell, the wind roared against the tent, keeping him awake for most of the night. He barely managed a few hours of broken sleep, relying on layer and sheer determination. By dawn, clouds hid the sunrise, but he still honored the promise.
2 minutes until the sunrise, and here I am packing up my sleeping gear. I'm keeping an eye on it. There's nothing happening at the moment because of all the cloud that's out there. So I thought things are kicking off, so I need to be getting my ass in gear.
Exhausted and battered by the storm, he packed up with pride, kept his word, faced the elements, and walked away stronger. Ray RLC, a YouTuber, posted his encounter in this mysterious area. This guy set out to hike on a mysterious trail in a remote area, one surrounded by chilling rumors. Locals say anyone who ventures here ends up with pounding headaches, dizziness, and even vomiting, yet no one knows why. Determined to test it for himself, he hiked deeper into the path. At first, nothing seemed unusual. He brushed it off when he thought he saw movement, just a deer.
Just saw something right back there. Oh gee, what was that? Oh shoot. Oh, I think there's... Oh wait. Oh wait. Oh. Oh my gosh. It was just a deer. Okay.
But the deeper he went, the more unsettling it became. Suddenly his balance faltered. A wave of nausea struck out of nowhere, growing worse with every step. Finally, his stomach gave in. He vomited violently. The strangest part? As soon as he left the area, the sickness vanished.
Okay, stop. Stop. Oh. 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 Oh my gosh. Oh, no, no, no. Oh. Oh, it's coming up. It's coming up. Oh, I do not want to film this. I do not. Oh, yeah, oh, this is going to be gross. I'm not going to film this. Whole sec.
Was this just nature, or is something much darker guarding that trail? This video was uploaded to Dead City Paranormal on YouTube. 2 guys decided to explore an abandoned haunted house overnight. The moment they stepped inside, silence wrapped around them, heavy and suffocating. The walls were cracked and twisted, almost as if the house itself was alive, watching. The narrow passage stretched out before them, dark and unsettling.
Hello? Was that you?
At first, it was only the eerie stillness, but soon, faint movements echoed from other rooms, and some movements where they were.
Mate, was that you?
You're capable.
Was that you then that made that bang?
I didn't make no bang, no. My keys clicked, like...
No, I heard that, and then I heard like a poof. Mate, that's so weird. This is the first time we're bringing the box out.
And that's weird.
And it's like, what's that box?
What the...
Oh, mate!
What was that? What the...
Oh, mate!
What was that? Is that just it falling?
I don't know.
They froze, realizing they were no longer alone. Was it a ghost haunting the ruins, or something even darker lurking just out of sight? The Moon Pie Project posted this on her channel. She and her friend hiked deep into the woods, laughing and joking. As they walked past the trees in the forest, the air grew heavy, strange noises echoed, and they saw a pookie pie as they stood beside a river in the forest.
Do you want a moon pie? We should have left when I said it was safe to leave. Yeah, well, he can't cross the log. He can't go in the water. He's thinking about it. I was wrong. Stretching. I think he's coming up here.
But what is it doing alone in that place? They followed it. On their way, following it, they saw pictures of people on the floor and placed them on the wood there.
There's random pictures of people printed out up here. Okay, here you go.
Suddenly, the terrifying truth hit them. They weren't following the pookie pie. Something was out there, watching, waiting, and following. One of them ran immediately. She saw something strange.
Now it's okay, don't run, don't run, don't run. We can't run, don't run.
What do you think she saw? Would you keep calm and walk? Or run for your life if something unseen stalked you in the woods? This video was shared by Marusha Outdoors on YouTube. She decided to spend a peaceful day camping by the lakeside alone. The weather was calm, and she enjoyed setting up her tent, thinking it would be a quiet night and enjoying the beautiful view of the lake. But as the evening settled, the sky shifted. Dark clouds gathered quickly, and before she knew it, heavy rain and sharp lightning strikes surrounded her tent. She sat down inside her tent as she watched the cloud strikes. Drinking her tea, she could hear the water pounding against the fabric and the storm roaring above. Every thunderclap made her heart race. Alone, in the middle of nowhere, the storm felt almost too close, too personal. If you were in her place, trapped in a flimsy tent with the storm raging around, would you feel safe, or would you think something else was out there with you? This hiker set out on his canoe, gliding quietly across the lake, when his eyes locked onto something deeply unsettling. At the edge of the water, a dog was trapped, half buried in the mud, its body pinned down by the weight of a fallen dry tree. The poor creature struggled faintly, as if it had been stuck there for hours, maybe even longer. The hiker rushed to help, trying to drag the dog free, but the mud held it like quicksand.
You've been here a long time. You in any pain? You okay, buddy? Can we keep going? A bit more.
Finally, after some time, he was able to put the dog out of the mud. How long had the animal been there? Was it just an accident? Or something far stranger? And here's the chilling thought. What if he hadn't found it? What do you think could have happened to that dog? In broad daylight, something bizarre was caught in a UK field, and it left everyone stunned.
What the hell is it?
My God, this basket is truly
What
full.
the hell?
At first, it looked like some strange creature hunched on all fours. But then it moved. Zooming in revealed the shocking truth. It wasn't an animal at all. It was a man, crawling through the grass and lying flat like he was hiding or searching for something. What was he doing out there? Bird watching? Lost? Or was something more disturbing going on? The field was meant for horses, not people. And whatever his reason, he didn't belong there. While hiking through a remote mountain range, this person stumbled upon something straight out of a legend. A massive, head-shaped stone jutting from a cave high up the mountainside.
Could this be the face of Bigfoot? A group of hikers filmed this face inside a cave and it closely resembles Bigfoot. But could it be an optical illusion or an elaborate hoax?
At first glance, it looked like an ancient statue, perfectly shaped, eerily lifelike. But here's the twist. The location was so rugged and inaccessible, it raised a chilling question. Who could have made this, and why? That's when the petrification theory enters the picture. Some believe that massive stone faces like this spotted all over the world weren't carved by human hands at all. Instead, they might be the remains of actual giants, living beings turned to stone by centuries of exposure to minerals and the elements. Sounds far-fetched? Maybe. But when you look at the scale of ancient ruins and unexplained megaliths scattered across the globe, you start to wonder, how much of our history is still hidden in plain sight? While camping near Irgby, deep in the Sahara close to the Algeria-Morocco border, a traveler snapped a chilling photo of a mysterious white figure standing alone in the distance. When the image was shown to locals, their reactions shifted from curiosity to concern. They claimed it resembled a spirit and urgently warned the traveler not to wander outside after dark. So what was caught on camera that night? A supernatural presence, or just a trick of the light and motion blur? In Cleveland, grandmother Cindy Reed was babysitting her granddaughter Nova when Nova suddenly claimed to see a man with bug eyes standing in their dining room.
You're so funny. I can't wait until summer gets here so we can go outside and play.
I miss Mimi.
I miss you too. I miss you too. What?
Coming.
What? Who's coming?
Here coming.
Who?
Him.
You see somebody back there?
Him.
Who?
Here.
Him?
Yeah.
Where's he at? Is he in our house?
Yeah.
Where? Show me. Where's he at? He's right in front of you?
Yep.
Who is it?
A guy.
Who's there, mister? What are you doing in our... Where's he at? In the dining room?
Yep.
Show me him. Go show me him. Give me your hand. Take me to him.
This him.
Take me to him. Show me.
This him.
Wait, let me... Show me. Is he right here?
Yep.
He's in our dining room?
Yeah.
What are you doing in our dining room, mister? What does he look like?
I bug.
He's got bug eyes?
Yeah.
What are you doing in our living room, mister? Get. You go back home. You go back wherever you came from. What's he doing? Come on, you're creeping me out. We're going upstairs. Come on. You're scaring me. We're going upstairs. Yeah, you're scaring me. We're going upstairs. You are
Terrified, Cindy took Nova upstairs. Despite Cindy's strong fear of the paranormal, Nova continues to see the mysterious figure around the house, though no one else can see him. While using the Randonautica app, Chris and his friends ventured deep into the woods, but they never expected what they were about to find.
So the other day, me and a bunch of friends decided to go explore a park that was located nearby all of our houses. And in the creepy back area, we found a lot of coffins. And we got curious and opened one, and there were spikes inside. And it reminded me of one of those medieval Iron Maidens. And then we found this table nearby. It looked like one of those tables that you tie people to and torture them. So, mad sketch. maybe if you blow this up, we'll come back at night.
Hidden in a remote clearing was something straight out of a nightmare, a field full of coffins. Curiosity got the better of Chris, and when he opened one, things got even stranger. Nearby, a table stood eerily in the open, surrounded by ropes scattered across the ground, clear signs that someone or something had been there not long before. So, what exactly did they uncover that day? One night off the coast of Scopello, Sicily, something eerie was captured on camera. A glowing figure drifted through the dark waters at first, and it looked like a diver with a headlamp. But as it came closer, the illusion fell apart. Its shape was all wrong, long, serpent-like, a visible spine running down its back. And the way it moved? Not human, not even close. Was it just a trick of the light? A diver caught at a strange angle? Or did this fisherman stumble upon something far more mysterious lurking beneath the surface? This wild Reddit clip kicks off with a fisherman in the middle of a murky river gripping the tail of a massive anaconda. The thick and tense snake glides effortlessly through the water as the man struggles to keep hold. The video starts partway through, so no one knows how this bizarre showdown began. But one thing's obvious. The snake has a huge bulge in its belly, likely from a recent meal. And while the footage is jaw-dropping, most viewers agree, grabbing a wild anaconda by the tail? Probably not the brightest idea. A man went camping deep in the woods, just him and his loyal dog. But one evening, without warning, the dog bolted into the trees. Thinking it'd be a quick recovery, he followed the trail, not realizing he was heading straight into a nightmare.
Lucy! Good doggy, where are you? Lucy! The hell?
But the forest answered with silence until something else did. Help. He froze. That voice didn't sound right. It wasn't his dog, and it wasn't human. Still nothing. Then crack. A branch snapped nearby. He spun around, heart pounding. His hands fumbled with his camera, but it was glitching, flickering on and off. He turned, and there it was.
Huh? My camera's going further. What the? Who? Who are you? I'm not scared of you anymore!
A pale figure, standing silently between the trees. It didn't move. It didn't blink. I just watched it. He wasn't alone anymore. And whatever was watching him wasn't something he could reason with. Whether he ever found Lucy remains a mystery. Deep in the woods, a man was jolted awake by strange noises echoing from his roof. Grabbing his camera, he stepped outside to investigate. As he hit record, he scanned the area and said, "Ain't nothing up there."
What the fuck is that? Ain't shit up there. Ain't shit up there. What the fuck? Where we going? The fuck is that? Alright. Hey, I'm black. I'm gonna get the fuck up out of there.
So what exactly was lurking on his roof that night? And why did it vanish, then return? A Reddit user recently shared a chilling video captured by a friend of their sister while skiing in Victoria, Australia. In the footage, a mysterious black figure appears to be hovering eerily above the skier, completely motionless, even as the skier moves at full speed. The figure's unnatural stillness has left viewers rattled, sparking debate. Is this an eerie paranormal presence, or just a strange reflection off the snow? Less than half a mile into a 2021 section hike on the Appalachian Trail, this hiker suddenly heard something strange, eerie sounds echoing through the trees. Every hair on their body stood up. The trail was empty, yet the noise grew louder, closer, like something huge was creeping just out of sight in the woods. Turns out, it was just cows. So no, not everything in the wilderness is something sinister, but still, stay alert. You never know what's waiting just off the path. While snapping photos of their kids playing in the woods, one picture sent chills down their spines. In the background, a pale, humanoid figure stood eerily still, something no one had noticed in the moment. The hikers swore there was no one else around, and strangely, the figure didn't appear in any of the other photos taken just moments later. Rattled, they quickly called the kids back and left the area without looking back. To this day, they have no idea what they captured on camera or who or what was watching from the trees. In 2011, a family vacationing in Tennessee's Smoky Mountains captured something eerie on camera.
What's he doing?
While filming the scenic view, the man behind the camera noticed a sudden movement in the background. A moment later, it appeared again, this time, partially hidden behind thick bushes. The family was convinced they had just seen Bigfoot, and given how steep and unforgiving the terrain is, especially around Klingman's Dome, it would be nearly impossible for someone to stage a hoax in a costume. Strangest of all, sightings like this aren't exactly uncommon in these mountains. A YouTuber recently shared footage from his trip to Gettysburg, and at first glance everything seemed normal, especially near the rocky area known as Devil's Den. But when he reviewed the video later, something strange caught his eye.
What's up, man? What's going on, bro? How you doing? Is it uncomfortable that people taking pictures and recording over here?
But as he walks away from the rocks, a shadowy figure briefly shifts behind a nearby boulder, just for a second. Some viewers believe this eerie glimpse could be more than just a trick of the light. Could it be one of the many spirits said to haunt Gettysburg's blood-soaked grounds? This bizarre footage, supposedly uploaded by an anonymous group, claims they collided with a humanoid creature straight out of a sci-fi movie while hiking. The figure looks eerily like the classic pop culture alien, almost too perfect to believe. With zero context or backstory provided, viewers are left questioning, was this an actual close encounter, or just an elaborate hoax? In July 2008, a young boy was filming in the Rocky Mountains when he captured something strange hovering in the sky. What he filmed was no ordinary sight. A dark ring floated silently above the mountains, completely still, then slowly drifted away. There were no planes nearby, no wildfires, nothing that could explain a perfect smoke ring just hanging in the air like that. When the footage spread online, people were baffled. Theories exploded. Was it a portal? A wormhole? Something not from here? To this day, no one can say what the boy saw, and some still wonder, was it real, or was it all just a clever edit? While venturing deep into the woods, a hiker climbed onto the roof of an abandoned building to capture the breathtaking view. But as they scanned the landscape, something strange caught their eye. A tall, thin, gray figure weaving through the trees. Heart-pounding, they zoomed in, only to realize it resembled neither a human nor any animal they had ever seen. A chill ran down their spine, an unshakable sense of dread settling in. For the rest of the day, the eerie encounter haunted their thoughts, leaving them questioning what they had just witnessed. A man who lives near the Appalachian Mountains often hikes the trails alone, and has never experienced anything out of the ordinary until one chilling trip changed that. While exploring the woods like he always does, he suddenly heard a scream unlike anything he'd ever encountered. It could have been wildlife, but something about it felt off, unnatural even. Was this his first real brush with the unsettling mysteries of the Appalachian wilderness? This guy spotted something weird moving in the ocean, a long, dark shape silently gliding just below the surface. At first, he figured it was just a piece of driftwood, until it started to rise. That's when he saw it. A smooth, snake-like body, moving with eerie precision. Some viewers brushed it off as floating debris, but the way it swayed through the water, it looked alive. The footage might be grainy and far off, but one thing's clear: something big was creeping just offshore. A group of friends had rented a remote cabin deep in the Appalachian Mountains for a peaceful weekend getaway. Surrounded by endless, shadowy woods, the spot felt like a perfect escape. One night, as they soaked in the hot tub beneath a glowing moon, a low, thunderous sound echoed from somewhere deep in the forest.
Yeah, that was a car, Who's the aliens, bro? I think it's a train.
Es que porque suena así a la verga.
But that's just scary. Okay, do you guys want to go inside?
No. Es que dicen que no va a pasar nada, pero...
But the music and laughter quickly faded into nervous silence. Something about that sound wasn't right. Unbeknownst to them, the Appalachian woods have a long, chilling history. Mysterious vanishings, strange figures spotted between the trees, stories that locals don't like to tell after dark. Thankfully, the group left the hot tub and returned inside without incident. But that night, it still haunts their memories. While hiking a remote stretch of the Appalachian Trail in North Carolina, a lone hiker reached the summit expecting sweeping views, but stumbled upon something far more chilling. Hidden among the trees, they discovered an old, forgotten graveyard. Weathered headstones jutted from the earth, with no signs, no fences, and no trace of it on any map. The hiker searched for answers but found nothing. No names, no history, no explanation. The eerie silence and cold mountain air clung to them, leaving behind a mystery and a memory they'd never shake. Lewis, Clark, and their friends thought exploring an old, abandoned train hidden deep within the forest would be fun. Most of the train cars were empty, silent, and eerie, but nothing too unusual. That is, until they reached the caboose. Inside, the air felt heavier. The sheets covering the benches were stained with dark red spots. Something large, something unnaturally heavy, was hidden beneath one of them.
The carriage and we'll come, let's go. What is that? What the fuck? Oh my god. Just go, just get the fuck out of it. Yeah, we need to get out. Fucking go. Fuck that shit. Go on. Fuck! Ugh. There's mud everywhere, Ant. Wait, is that a body? We need to call the police, mate. Oh my god, this has happened before, bro. This has happened before. Ow, I hit my fucking head. Mate. I'm fucking wrong,
No one dared to lift the sheet. They bolted, even leaping over another blood-stained cover on their way out, hearts pounding. To this day, no one knows what was under those sheets. Some say it was a body, others think it was something even worse. But one thing's certain, Lewis and his friends never went back, and they never will. Less than half a mile into a 2021 section hike on the Appalachian Trail, this hiker suddenly heard something strange, eerie sounds echoing through the trees. Every hair on their body stood up. The trail was completely empty, yet the noise grew louder, closer, like something huge was creeping just out of sight in the woods. Turns out, it was just cows. So no, not everything in the wilderness is something sinister, but still, stay alert. You never know what's waiting just off the path. Sydney, a solo traveler, returned to one of the very first campsites she'd ever visited, tucked deep within the Appalachian wilderness. When she arrived, the forest was eerily silent, not a soul in sight. She pitched her tent and started cooking a simple meal, rice and chicken sizzling over the fire. That's when she heard it.
Is that?
A strange, unplaceable sound echoed through the trees. It didn't quite feel natural. Still, Sydney brushed it off and stayed the night. Luckily, nothing happened, or so she thought. To this day, the clip remains a complete mystery. In 2011, a family vacationing in Tennessee's Smoky Mountains captured something eerie on camera.
What's he doing?
While filming the scenic view, the man behind the camera noticed a sudden movement in the background. A moment later, it appeared again, this time partially hidden behind thick bushes. The family was convinced they had just seen Bigfoot, and given how steep and unforgiving the terrain is, especially around Klingman's Dome, it would be nearly impossible for someone to stage a hoax in a costume. Strangest of all, sightings like this aren't exactly uncommon in these mountains. While walking along a quiet trail, a Reddit user stumbled upon something truly disturbing. Pinned to a tree was a severed tongue. Some believed it was real, possibly belonging to a cow or deer, while others speculated it could be part of a sinister ritual or even a chilling warning. But who would do such a thing, and why? What could be the real story behind this eerie discovery? While camping deep in the woods, a family snapped what they thought was a sweet photo of their 3 children playing in a tree. At first glance, everything looked perfectly normal, just a joyful moment frozen in time. But when they looked closer, later that evening, their hearts sank. Standing just behind their youngest son was a 4th child. The eerie part. The family swears no one else was around. They were miles from anyone, in a secluded part of the forest. So, who or what was in that photo? Could it have been a ghost? One night off the coast of Scapello, Sicily, something eerie was captured on camera. A glowing figure drifted through the dark waters at first, and it looked like a diver with a headlamp. But as it came closer, the illusion fell apart. Its shape was all wrong. Long, serpent-like, a visible spine running down its back, and the way it moved? Not human, not even close. Was it just a trick of the light? A diver caught at a strange angle? Or did this fisherman stumble upon something far more mysterious lurking beneath the surface? It was around 2 a.m. during a peaceful late-night fishing trip when this person, sitting alone by a still, quiet lake, decided to snap a quick photo just to capture the moment. Nothing seemed out of the ordinary. The night was calm, silent, exactly what you'd expect at that hour. But when they checked the photo later, there it was, a dark, shadowy figure standing in the distance. They swear no one else was there. So the question is who, or what, was lurking by the lake that night. As he drove down an old abandoned road toward his campsite, a chill ran down his spine. Up ahead, something eerie caught his eye. A shadowy figure in a flowing white dress crossing the road. His heart pounded as he slammed the brakes. Who or what was that? Curiosity got the best of him. Stepping out of his car into the pitch-black night, he scanned the surroundings. But there was nothing. Just silence and darkness. If it were a person, why were they wandering alone in the middle of the forest at this hour? And if it wasn't, then what had he just seen? While trekking through the woods, a group of adventurers stumbled upon an abandoned GoPro, its owner nowhere in sight. Intrigued, they played back the footage only to be shaken by what they uncovered. The final moments showed a group of unknown explorers, their expressions shifting from excitement to pure terror. In the background, a shadowy, unnerving figure loomed, watching them. Then, without warning, the footage cut to black. Despite efforts to identify the people in the video, their identities remain a mystery. Were they just lost tourists? Or does this eerie recording capture the final moments of a group that was never meant to be found? A Reddit user recently shared a photo from a peaceful trip to a forest in Chattanooga, Tennessee, where they were trying to capture a playful shot of a tree. However, upon zooming in, something strange caught their eye. A mysterious gray figure appeared to be standing at the edge of a fence. Some commenters speculated that the figure resembled a woman in Victorian-era clothing, possibly a nurse or housemaid. Given the area's rich Civil War history, could this be the spirit of a Civil War nurse still lingering in the woods? The eerie discovery has sparked some fascinating theories. It was a quiet evening as the YouTuber settled in for a solo camping trip deep in the forest. As night crept in, he curled up in his tent, ready to get some rest. But then, something stirred him awake. Torn between fear and curiosity, he gathered the courage to step outside and investigate.
He went away, though. I don't know, I feel like I kind of want to go out and check, but I'm kind of scared too. I think we're going to go out and check. I might just walk around and look at the area. Look at this, guys. I can't even see if they're on camera. It's so dark. Let me see if my phone flashlight's better. I think that's a little better. There we go. Yeah, that's definitely better. I'm just gonna use my phone flashlight.
But when he looked around, everything seemed normal, until he spotted something strange. Just as he started to feel calm again, snuggling back into his sleeping bag, a sudden noise shattered the silence.
Wait, guys, what is this? There's some sort of marking on the tree. It's kind of creepy. I wonder what that's for. Alright, well, now that I know that there's nothing out there, I'm gonna try to go back to bed. Hello?
If you listen closely, you could hear the unmistakable sound of footsteps, this time circling his tent. Terrified and confused, unable to figure out what was out there, he made a snap decision. In the middle of the night, with fear and adrenaline coursing through him, he packed up and bolted, abandoning his campsite without a second thought.